Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. That is a baseball card number 117 from the 1953 Bowman Color set. It's Duke Snider. This is an incredible looking baseball card, one of my favorite cards from the set. I think I say that almost every time, but I really mean it with this one. I like to say that in the dictionary next to the definition of baseball cards, you can see this baseball card. It's not every day that we get a Hall of Famer showing up on the session number, but in this case we do. If it's card number 117, it must be session number 117 of, you guessed it, Card Room Live. There's a whole bunch of people ordering drinks in the chat. By the time I get through this intro, everybody will be liquored up. This is not a show, in case you haven't been able to notice that already. It's a hangout for fellow vintage collectors. Sometimes we have guests and sometimes we don't. But no matter what, most of the time we waste time looking at and talking about cardboard, and we try to make it time well wasted. I opted for tea tonight. This is tea, not coffee. It's a little late for coffee. If you're here with us live, welcome to you. Welcome to my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to the commenters, the folks from Instagram, the folks from X, from all over the social media landscape. If you're new to Card Room Live, don't be afraid to say hello. You're among cardboard friends. As my friend Don from Don's Field of Dreams Cards likes to say, this is the live stream where everybody knows your name. We may not know your name yet, and it may take us a few tries, but we'll learn yours soon enough. If you happen to be listening to this later, you might be going to or coming home from work. Perhaps you're sorting cards, and perhaps you're searching on eBay for the next pickup. Maybe you're rolling out meatballs. Maybe you're walking the dog. Maybe you're sitting on the John. Believe it or not, a lot of people sit on the John while they're watching or listening to Card Room Live. Maybe you're putting the kids to bed. Maybe you're wondering if Eddie Wakus will come up in discussion tonight. Maybe you're wondering what other kind of Mike foolery we'll get into. Well, you're just going to have to wait and see. But whatever happens, I hope you get something out of it. If you want to get in touch or have ideas for future sessions, you can email me at bowman53channel@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Bowman53_Alex, on X 1953 Bowman Color. And of course, all that information can be found in the description below. This session of Card Room Live is brought to you by Wilson's Frank's Hot Dogs. Free autographed color photos of famous big league stars now in every pound package of Wilson certified Franks. Just think of it, guys, the wonderful Franks that you can get at a famous ballpark like Chicago's Comiskey Park. Start collecting and ask mom to get Wilson's certified Franks tomorrow. There's one in every package. Well, if anybody here actually asked their mom for Wilson certified Franks, that would be an interesting conversation for sure. But there's no doubt Ted Williams says they're the best cards that he's ever seen. And I'm sure he just honestly felt that, and they didn't pay him off to say that. So, hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday night. Congratulations to those Philadelphia Eagles. What's going on? Stuke, Mr. Wrenchholder is here. Apparently, Color Brew Cream Soda is on special tonight. Mr. Jesse Think Blue 77 is here. Carlisle Road is here. The Battery. Everybody's ordering drinks. Mike, the Sports History Collector, is here. Peter B is here. Peter posted a video recently. I'm trying to find it. Yes, Peter posted a video about his balls. And I thought it was a great video about Peter's balls. And I encourage all of you to check out Peter's balls. He's got quite the collection of balls. And I could keep going with this joke, but I'll actually just put this up on the screen real quick so that you can tell I'm sincerely impressed with Peter's balls. Here we go. Here's Peter's recent video. And the title of the video is "Do you want to see my balls?" And I didn't know the answer was going to be yes, Peter. But after I watched your video, the answer was yes. Quite a fantastic autographed baseball collection. Don't see a lot of autographed baseball videos in our community, and that's something that I appreciate. I haven't really been focusing on autographed baseballs lately in my collecting life, but I always enjoy seeing them. So, Peter, I appreciate you making that video. If you're not following Peter B, look him up. And yes, check out his balls. All right, I promise that's the last ball joke. Diamond Gems 45 is here. Peacemaker Cards is here. Let's See Sports Cards is here. Peeps is here. Vintage Oddball Cards. Rick is here. Rick, you didn't miss much. You're pretty early, actually. Mr. Rocket Rick J18 is here. What's up? Good to see you, Rick. All right, Baseball Time Traveler is here. Rob, let's do some more video shout outs here. I'm going to shout out Rob and Dan. If I can find the video, can I quickly find the video? Can I do it? Where is it? It was pretty recently, wasn't it? Yeah. Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Whoops. You could hear Rob probably for a moment. Let me put this on the screen real quick. Doing some channel shout outs here. This was a fantastic interview that Dan did with Rob about the 1939 Yankees. Some really beautiful cards in there and some great stories, and a book as well that I definitely put on my wish list. So Dan and Rob, thank you both for sharing that with the community. Really well worth the watch if anybody hasn't checked that out yet. Max Jackson is here. What's up, Max? Pastor Craig is here. 3D 80s Kid is here. Yes, it is a beautiful sky background. Thank you for mentioning that, John. I'll just put this back up on the screen. Who doesn't like to look at this card? I'd like to know. Mr. Sammy Thunder is here. Apparently he's already drunk. Mike is really handing out the beers tonight. What's up, Mark? Kurt in Brooklyn is here. What's up, Kurt? There's another wrench holder. Don from Don's Field of Dreams cards. Yeah, I got a little mini Duke of Flatbush showcase here in honor of that card that I'll do here in a moment. I want to try to get through some of these comments though before I get buried in them. Low Down Dirty Cardboard. There he is. I asked Low Down Dirty Cardboard to jump in the live stream today. Jump in the chat. Glad to see him. I'm going to do yet another channel shout out. Why not? If I can find it. Let's see. Where is it? We're not afraid of silence on this live stream, guys. You can just sit in silence, talk amongst yourselves. I got to find a channel. You know, you'd think by this point, YouTube being around as long as it has been, it would be easier to find channels. Maybe it is, and I just don't know what I'm doing. That's entirely possible. Let me type in. Yeah, where is it? Oh, you know what? Here's one way I could find it. There it is. I don't know why that took so long. Here we go. I just want to throw this up on the screen. This is a relatively new channel. New to me as of like a couple days ago. And let's throw this up here. if you don't know this channel, make sure you check it out. Sports card collector who loves any aero sport and most of all any condition. The video I started watching was that I kind of went through was the horizontal cards video. I gotta kind of go back and check out some of these other videos, but it's only been 3 weeks, so if you haven't found this channel yet, go check it out. Orlando, what's up? Orlando Collector Streams here. Mr. Timeless Cardboard, Alex, can you or someone in the chat explain the new REA auctions marketplace? It's going to have to be somebody in the chat because although I look at the REA auction from time to time, I'm honestly just looking in there for like resources to make videos, and I have not used an auction site in months. So somebody else would probably be better equipped to answer any questions that you have about how that marketplace works. Stephen with a PH is here. Larry is here. One of my favorite channel names to say, low grade, no grade, vintage is here. There actually is a wrench convention. This is not a setup. Thank you, Sammy. There is a wrench convention next Sunday night on Card Room Live. There's a wrench holders summit being held. There'll be more information about that coming up. Pre-War Dreams is here. Why does Don have a wrench? Why indeed? I'm not really sure how that happened. Called Shot Cards is here. What's up? Mr. Mookie Chilson. Viva Eddie Waitkus. Mookie, make sure you're here next Sunday because all the wrench holders will be in the live stream and no one will have their eye in the chat. So you can just kind of run amok. It's really kind of true for anybody, but especially for you. Mr. Everyday Card Collector Jason is here. What's up? It's true. Don has been tightening bolts since day one. Rick, what the hell did you do to deserve a wrench? I'll let you two duke that out. What's up, Mike? Everything's good. Yeah, we just didn't do it last weekend because of the Super Bowl. Much needed weekend off. Actually, was kind of feeling a little under the weather today. That's why I got the tea here, but I'm all good. I should be good for the week. Mr. Reese ND Card Ranger is here. What's up? Good evening to you, Dan. Let's see. First Frank's now balls. I'm really far behind. Let's see. Billy Bob is here. Yeah, you're both welcome. My pleasure. Go crazy card collecting. Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's another new channel that I found relatively recently. Glad to have you, man. I think I probably heard about that channel through John, who posted it. Again, another channel that I have to go kind of catch up on, but glad you're here, man. Yeah, and Stuke, being a great wrench holder, is posting videos, links that you should check out for some of these channels. So here's Lowdown Dirty Cardboard. Absolutely. Eddie's Cardboard Chaos is here. Yeah, hey, there's 54 people watching. How about that? Appreciate it, Jason. Lou Rock is here. What's up, Lou? Everybody's subbing, which is great. Sorry, Max. Like the wrench holder thing is all in good fun, right? But we can't hand out wrenches to just everybody, right? Like, there's got to be a cutoff. But Max, if you keep complaining, maybe I'll give you a wrench. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think about the wrenches because I'm in the, what is this thing called? StreamYard. Running amok is your jam. Hey, Double D Vintage Baseball Cards is here. And by the way, congratulations on your Hall of Fame nomination. Congratulations to all the Hall of Fame inductees. We got a few of them in here tonight. Eddie's Cardboard Chaos, Orlando, Collector's Dream, Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. Congrats, guys. These chats are so good when Scott is absent. See, like there's nothing like a good old-fashioned Scott and Don spat. Here's Go Crazy Cardboard's link. Thank you, Stu, for posting it. Yeah, that would make things a lot easier. Could there be like other devices, other tools? Then it wouldn't just be wrench holders. So I promised, because this is session number 117, here it is again one more time, right? It may not be the last time. I love this card. And I thought, well, you know what? I might as well show some other Duke Snider cards. Well, as it turned out, I was excited when I pulled this card because I recently just got this card maybe like a week ago in the mail. It is a 1951 Topps Redback Duke Snider. So maybe this Card Room Live will serve as my mail day because I'm really not in the habit of making mail day videos anymore. So maybe this is my mail day. Duke Snider 1951 Topps Redback. I'm a big fan of this set. I'm not gonna build the set because I know that's the first question someone will ask. But I do think this set is underappreciated, and I think there's some really fun cards in this set, and I really like this one. I just like the color combos, and you all know I'm collecting New York teams from the 50s, so I'm going to get a handful of 51 Topps that represent Brooklyn, the Giants, and the Yankees. Maybe some Phillies too. And here's the back. And I know people have mixed feelings about this set. Technically they're not trading cards the way we think of them. It's a game and so on and so forth, and they're smaller, but I think they're really cool. And they're somewhat limited in terms of the design because you just got their face, but some of them are really great, I think. And this one to me is a standout. So I was happy to get this. And since it's sort of a Duke Snider showcase, I just pulled a couple other Snider cards. I have his 52 Topps, which I really like, kind of another really sort of straightforward design, just in terms of the photograph they chose. And I'm noticing that, in terms of his follow through with his swing, you got the same thing going on with his 1950 Bowman. So some fun Snider cards. Let's see. Rick is having some trouble finding Don's channel, but I don't think he actually wants help. He is the Duke of Flatbush. That's right. Yes, the 51 Topps Monty Irvin is a great card as well. I have that one right where my thumb is, I think, in the case. That's a great card. Do I need the number 51? Let me go see if I can confirm that. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know that I do, uh, Stuke, but I appreciate the suggestion. Um, what's next on my card list to buy? Honestly, I have no idea. I'm really not getting a lot of stuff right now. I'm certainly not getting any um, pricey cards. I am focusing, to be perfectly honest with you all, on focusing on paying off bills. I've got a bill that I'm about to pay off, and I'm very excited to pay off. And I'm sure when I do, I'll get a baseball card to celebrate. So there's my PSA for tonight, public service announcement. Pay your bills before you worry about baseball cards. I am picking up smaller cards, or I should say what I consider to be smaller cards that I'm still excited about. To me, obviously when you get a big boy card, let's say, it's hard to beat that excitement, but I'm just as excited to get smaller cards. Here's another card I just got that some of you have seen, 1953 Topps, Hank Thompson. Obviously goes really nicely with my New York PC. I love the look of this card. And this is a player that I've known about for a long time and have read about here and there, but I haven't spent that much time kind of digging into and learning about. So it tends to be for me that when I get a card, that's when I sort of do a deeper dive on a player and learn more about them. So I look forward to spending some more time getting to know Hank Thompson. So that's another card that I got pretty recently, but I have not been getting a lot of stuff lately. Let me just quickly show off some stuff that I got for my birthday recently, which I also have not shown, and then I'll put the link in the live stream if anybody wants to jump on for the last half hour. So I got a bunch of books, as I tend to get for my birthday, and I'll share some of these with you guys. I have not had a chance. They're just all these books are just sitting here. I just have not had a chance to get into them. The first one is called Baseball Cards at the Edge of War. 1941, The Games, the Gum, and the Glory. And the author is Todd Markham. I don't know if anybody in here has heard of this book or has read this book. If you have, be curious to hear your thoughts on it. I'll read this back to you guys. The world was at war, but for the first 11 months of 1941, which included an exhilarating baseball season, America was not. 2 baseball legends chased immortality. 3 bubblegum titans squared off to be the king of cardboard. This book is illustrated with more than 200 vintage cards and player profiles, and it revisits the games, the products, and the players that made 1941 a legendary season. And it's just filled with cards and players and stories. Some of them big names, some of them perhaps not as big, but they're all interesting. So got that. Interested to go through that. Another book I got, which I had long had on my list, Baseball in the Garden of Eden, The Secret History of the Early Game by John Thorne. And of course, if you've seen the baseball documentary by Ken Burns, John Thorne is all throughout that series, and he is the official historian of Major League Baseball. So this gets into the truth as much as can be discovered, I guess, about how the game truly started. Another book that I have not had a chance to get into, but I'm excited to at some point. Let's see. Pay bills is right. I set up next to a guy at a show last year, and he said, "I hope I sell something. I'm 2 car payments behind." Well, I'm not in that bad a shape, but that's rough. Yeah, um, you know, personal responsibility and bills and life takes precedence. Mike asks if you could collect one team or one player. If I'm only allowed to collect one team, I don't know. I guess it would have to be the Phillies because I'm a Phillies fan. But if I were to dip into my New York fandom, it would be the Dodgers for sure. One player, maybe Mathewson. But the other thing is like you gotta pick a player not just because you appreciate the player, but because you can actually collect the player. I've got 2 Mathewson cards, but he's not an easy player to collect because it's pretty pricey, right? Like I would also say Lou Gehrig, but I've got 1 Lou Gehrig piece, and it's hard to get Lou Gehrig stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, cool. That's great to hear, Eddie. I wouldn't doubt that it's very comprehensive. Is it? Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind dry. If it's just informational, that's all good. Orlando says Yankees 100%. Collect one team. Who would do that? I don't know, Mark. You tell me. And then the last book I got, I'm not done yet, was this book, The Game That Was, the George Brace Baseball Photo Collection. This is a book that, again, has been on my want list for quite a long time, and one of my siblings gifted it to me, and I was very thrilled. I didn't really know that much about the book. I had just found it and had been looking for it in like used bookstores, just could never come across it. And so I found it on, I guess, on eBay or maybe Amazon or somewhere. And there's some fantastic photographs in here. But as I was flipping through this book, I was like, gosh, some of these photographs are really familiar. And I realized that George, is that his name? George Brace? George Brace had taken a lot of photographs that ended up being used for 39 play ball. I don't know if he took every 39 play ball photograph, but he certainly took quite a lot of them. And this was the photograph that made me stop. Here's our friend Carl Hubble. And some of you might remember from my pickups at the National that I got this card. And I don't have any proof, but it looks to me like this is probably from the same. This is hard to do. This is probably from the same photo shoot, just a different image or a different snapshot of the same setup. So that was kind of fun to discover, and there's a lot of really fantastic photographs in here. And I think 39 play ball is just a beautiful set. Incredible black and white photographs. And there's all kinds of stuff in here, not just portraits. There's action shots. I mean, check that out. There's some great stuff in here. So again, the game that was the George Brace Baseball Photo Collection. So no cards. Well, actually, I did get a card for my birthday, which was unexpected. I got this fantastic envelope in the mail. I'm going to try to cover this up so y'all don't get all the addresses. But check out this stamp. Hammer and Hank on there. And I was like, who's this from? I thought maybe it's somebody from the community, but I didn't recognize the name. And then it turned out to be somebody from Saber. I'm a member of Saber. And they sent a very nice happy birthday message. And they also sent me a card that has a player that shares my birth date. And this is Dick Stigman of the Twins as a little joke, which was really nice. Saber's great. If you're not a Saber member and you're, into doing a lot of research and connecting with folks that way, it's a great organization. Let's see. Lou's saying the player would be Clemente. Yeah, I feel like that's already kind of true, right? Right, Lou? I mean, obviously you collect a lot of other stuff, but Mays and the Giants for Cooter. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Willie Mays fan. 39 play ball and 48 Bowman are both growing on me. Yeah, I'm not super big on 48 Bowman. There are some okay cards in there, but 39 play ball, like, always impresses me. Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Well, I'll throw the link in the chat if anybody wants to hop on, say hello, show a few cards. You are more than welcome to. Here it is. Daniel's coming in the chat for the first time. Well, Orlando, thanks for letting us know. Let's all be kind to Daniel. Let's clean up a little bit, clean up your language. Oh, I see. A lot of Brace's archival photographs from the 30s were actually taken by Burke. Brace ended up owning his library. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if any of that is covered in the book. I've just kind of briefly looked at the photographs, but there is a lot of information in the book as well. I wonder if they get into any of that. Yeah, Jason, I thought you'd like that, right? Black and white cards are just another type of beautiful card, and should not be overlooked just because they're black and white. What's up, Jacob? I'm still working on my Jackie Robinson video, and this card is just hanging out with me up here all the time because it's really about this card. But I also have this card up here, which is kind of unusual. It's a card from 2015 that I guess they were made for VIPs at the National by Topps. And these are sort of like cards that never were. There are certain key players from the 53 Bowman set that didn't have cards that year. And so this was their sort of interpretation of what a Jackie Robinson 53 Bowman color might have looked like. It's just fun to have. It's a kind of a nice looking card. Yeah, me too. I have I guess there's like 5 of them. I got those, gosh, 6 or 7 years ago. They're pretty great. So what else is going on, guys? What's on everybody's mind tonight? Stuke says another book, that old ball game, rare photographs from baseball's glorious past. Okay, so this is more of the Chicago photographer Francis Burke. Let me see if I can look this up. The old ball game, rare photographs. Did I type that in right? Glorious past. You know what? I should probably look this up on eBay because they might actually have photos from inside. Yeah, here we go. All right, just give me 1 second here. I'll get this up on the screen. There it is. Or it's that old ball game. I missed that. Let me blow this up so we can see a little better. That's a great shot. Oh, that's great. Look at that. Everybody climbing the tree to get a look. Can anybody guess what stadium that is? I mean, I'm going to guess it's, what is it? It's going to be a Chicago stadium. I wonder what this says here. Oh, it's just listing a bunch of players. Nice. Cool. Yeah, that's going to be my guess. Um, well, since we're on eBay, guys, anybody got any eBay lookups that they want to do? In the meantime, I'll share a little bit about the video that I'm working on right now. I've really been working on that video since I finished the last one, which was early January. And I've been sort of wrapping my head around it, thinking about it, writing the idea down, doing a lot of research. And it's only been in the past maybe week or two that I've actually started finding elements for the video and putting them together. So I'll share that really quick with you guys at the risk of getting some thumbs down, because apparently somebody really doesn't like it when I talk about my videos, but I don't really care if you like it or not, because that's kind of silly. So let me open this up. Here we go. So here's the timeline right now. It's kind of a work in progress for sure. And it's been a lot of fun, like looking for different things that I want to incorporate in the video. So, for example, let me get a little closer here. Oh yeah, this has been really fun. I decided there's like a part of the video where I'm talking about 1947 Robinson coming up. And I was thinking about, like, I want to do something different. I don't want to just show photographs of Robinson. So I thought, what if I go find newspaper articles? So I found a whole bunch of newspaper articles from that year from different newspapers around the country, and then just sort of started combining them with photographs of Jackie. And that really was a lot of fun just because it was something different to look at and just to create a different experience. And oh, this guy is I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head, but he was the interim manager at the time because DeRocher was suspended, and he stuck with Robinson even though Robinson was in a pretty bad slump almost from the get-go. So here's another newspaper. So that was really fun, pretty straightforward, but took me a little while to find. The thing that I spent the most time on this weekend, I had a little bit of time to work on this, was there's going to be a little bit of a section on the Bond Bread cards. And so finding those cards and putting them together, this took a long time. I think there's like 13 cards. I didn't include all 13 of the cards, but I chose these ones, and isolating them and then putting them in took some time, but it was a lot of fun to do. And then here's a little sampling of like memorabilia and like relics, I guess, basically from 1947. There's not a lot of stuff from 1947. Certainly not in the card world. It's mostly just, ephemera, I guess, for lack of a better word, from that year. So it was fun finding all that stuff and then finding a way to put it together. So I'm having a lot of fun. Bottom line is I'm having a lot of fun putting this video together. And actually, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before when I was sitting down doing it, I literally said to myself, man, I love baseball. If that wasn't clear enough. It's so much fun looking for all this stuff and learning about it and putting it together. It's such a blast. Well, I just jumped ahead too far. Let's see. Shoot. Oh yeah, Jason just showed a great 34 Butterfinger today, right? I think just a few hours ago. A beautiful one. Was it Wrigley? I appreciate you looking that up, man. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looked like it, right? But I don't know. It's hard to tell from that angle. Jacob, what's up? Still can't find a 1953 Bowman color, Allie Reynolds. It's out there somewhere. That's a beautiful card too. I can see it in my head. It's got that low angle, and he looks pretty intimidating, and you can see the Yankee facade in the background. That's a beautiful card. Thumbs down must have come from Scott. He does like to troll, right? Let's see. Look up 1974. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I think I found it. Let me pull this up real quick. There you go. There's the babe. That's so. It's always surreal to see him in anything other than a Yankees uniform. There you go. Yeah, it was Bert Schotten. Thank you. Um, Absolutely. Yeah, Stuke. I came across that at some point, like in the past year. I want to say the fact that Jackie Robinson's family would was very close with Carly Simon's family. Yeah, that's really like not the kind of connection that you would immediately think of, but it's kind of an interesting story. They were very close. Did they? Dodgers had a bobblehead of Babe Ruth a while back. That's cool. Yeah, I guess what I was trying to say was after that first game when the slump continued, uh, it was under Schotten's watch, I guess, and that was where that there was a lot of pressure, or I guess Jackie felt the pressure to, of course, to deliver, and there was a lot of indirect um, suggestion that people were kind of hoping that he wouldn't be able to deliver because they saw it as like proof that he shouldn't be in the majors and that this quote unquote experiment shouldn't happen. And because he's not delivering and because he's in this terrible slump, it's actually not a slump. He just can't play. And so everybody was sort of there's this extra pressure to prove that that wasn't the case on his part, and Schotten had his back, from what I can tell. And in his autobiography, which I think I mentioned a while back, I read recently, he thanks Schotten for sticking with him. Of course, it wasn't only Schotten, but it was part of the story. Uh, what else, guys? I should probably share with you the exciting announcement about next Sunday. I mentioned it briefly, but yeah, I just realized for whatever reason we've never had all the wrench holders together on the live stream at the same time. So I reached out to each of these guys, and they all said they can do it, but we haven't really figured out what the hell we're actually going to do, and that's okay because they're wrench holders. So I asked our friend Jesse, Think Blue 77, who's the mastermind behind all of these Photoshop jobs, to whip something up. So here's an exclusive look. Look at these characters. I love that. I love the image that Jesse chose. I look like a lunatic behind the bar. So yeah, all the wrench holders will be on next Sunday. I'll have to text you guys. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do, but obviously it'll be card related. We'll show cards. Um, we might just let it be a free-for-all, haphazard bit of chaos just for the fun of it. But it should be a good time. There's this line in the sand between the original wrench holders and the newer wrench holders, but it's all in good fun. like like blue tracksuit, absolutely. Original is always better. Absolutely. Classy sports cards. Yes. Let me see if I can find this channel and throw this up on here. Are you guys able to like copy and paste that? Because I can't copy and paste it from StreamYard, which is frustrating. Yeah, it's just not letting me find it. Monkey rushes. Why can't I find it? Well, maybe if I do channel in the filter. Oh, I did think I just saw it. There we go. All right, here it is. Finally. Let me get these mugs off the screen. Here is the Classy Sports Cards channel. Friend of Orlando's. So we'll have to check this channel out. Welcome to the community. Glad everybody's subbing. There's been a bunch of subbing tonight, which is fantastic. Subscribed. All right. All right, guys. Well, we're coming up on 8. What's going on 4 Collectors tonight? Oh, I think is it Petty? I think it's Petty, right? All right. Well, then the fun is just about to begin. So I'll see you all next Sunday with the wrench holders, and we'll have a good time. So until then, thanks everybody. If you enjoyed this live stream about nothing, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And we'll do this again with some cards and some wrench holders on Sunday night. Until then, take care, everybody. Have a good evening. Enjoy Mr. Petty on 4 Collectors.